I thought I would make this video as I was not able to find a solution to my problem on the internet. So it might be a rare issue, especially given that our dishwasher is 15 years old. My dishwasher had an F11 fault code, and this was because it was not draining properly. I checked the non-return valve, the drain pump impeller to make sure that there were no objects blocking it. I also checked to make sure that the drain hose had no blockage, made sure that the drain pump was working properly and that it was receiving 120 volts from the wiring. Everything seemed to be working fine from those points of view. The problem ended up being that the sump cover had become warped over time and the seal between the two components had become separated. In addition, the larger problem, I believe, is that the rubber inside had broken and dislodged, causing a blockage in the drainage. The solution was to buy another sump cover and replace it. This is how it was replaced. Unfortunately, I did not video the disassembly of the parts as I was just learning as I went along, but it's basically the reverse of putting it back together. Full disclosure, I am not a certified technician, just wanted to show how it is that we tried to solve the problem. If we look at the picture of the sump, I believe what happens is for draining, the water that's inside here goes into this little tunnel here, and it'll be moved by the impeller underneath. From there, it'll go through the non-return valve up here and then into the sump cover, and then it comes up here and then comes back down there and then drains out through the drain hose. This is what it looks like with the top part removed. Again, the water comes into here, hops over this little hump, and then comes down and then out. I suspect the hump over here is there so that once the water gets over the hill, the dirty water is not able to flow backwards. The clue that there was an issue was that this clip wasn't properly aligned when looking in the dishwasher, and then also there was a gap here indicating that perhaps there was some leakage. So what we saw when we looked underneath and took the sump cover apart, what we found is that the sealant started to degrade and was cracking. The other part was that there's a piece of rubber inside that had broken off and was flapping around, and we think that this is probably the main reason why there was a blockage from the drainage. So for the first part, we're taking the sump cover and placing it in. That's the new one. In our original part, they used sealant to seal the inlet and the outlet for the sump cover. In our replacement part, they must have changed the design as there was a rubber seal where it would just seal at the connection points. Next step is to put the flange in and screw it on. After this, we are putting back the non-return valve. It just clips into place at the bottom. Just making sure that the flange is tight. Next, we are putting the filter back on. So it's counterclockwise to loosen and clockwise to tighten. And last, we will put the bottom spray arm back on.
Thank you for watching.